Hi everyone, comic book reviewer here. This time reviewing on issue 1 of Nova 2016 Marvel Comic Review. Now, as you know, Nova is meant to feature Alexander, who became the latest version of Nova, and the best way I can sum up Alexander is meant to be the Marvel version of Kyle Rayner, being like what's left of the Nova Corp, also taking over the kind of previous Nova, and obviously, yeah, Richard Rider kind of being more like Hal Jordan, except Hal being a lot more interesting, while Richard Rider was just there to be kind of like the Hal Jordan version of Marvel. And the cover has, yeah, Alex and his dad patrolling the galaxy, so let's get on with the story. It starts off how a sort of confrontation between an alien princess and a warlord, and turns out it's all part of a movie where we kind of see how Alexander and his friends are joking with how corny it is, and like how this one guy says, "Shush, please," and you can even tell gets annoyed with them for talking during the movies, which you shouldn't do because people pay good money to kind of see a film. And right away we see how they talk about how, yeah, it was all corny and that, but we see how Alex looks at his phone, has to make a cover-up, and has to try and help save a burning building. And we see one of Alexander's friends saying, "So, what do you guys want to do now?" So we kind of see how Alex and his dad kind of show up just in time. We see how they get right away into the building to try and help save the houses. And we kind of see how once they go in, we see how Alexander's dad sees that something's going on, but due to his helmet being so buggy, he ends up depowering too quickly. And we see him saying, "I got you, Dad. What's wrong?" "My helmet shorted out." "Again? That's so weird. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? There's someone still up there. Just go." And we see how Alexander ends up saving a cute little kitten. And we see how at the residence, we see how his mum is waiting for, yeah, her son and her husband to return. And right away they show up with their Nova helmets. And we even do see how his mum is a little cautious about why her husband's helmet has been sorted out. But he says that everything will be fine. But of course, right away, we know something's not right with Alexander's dad. And we see how the next day at school, they are doing a sort of pop quiz on A Tale of Two Cities. And turns out Alexander was able to find time to get things done, while his friend didn't. And this is like him saying, "You did? Oh, this sucks." And we see how, yeah, at the power station company, we see how Alexander's dad's boss points out that they have to shut things down at the moment, but needs both of them to kind of go in to try and sort out what's going on. And after going in to inspect the area in the whole caverns, they realise after a cave-in, something mysterious is happening around the area, and it's something quite serious. And we see how after Alexander's friends' pop quiz, they decide to kind of do what they need to do. We kind of see how Alexander goes back to do more patrolling around the galaxy, and obviously, yeah, taking down a giant alien weapon and saving the planet's residents. And we kind of see how his dad is trying to fix the helmet. We kind of see how Alex is great, that everything in his life is going back to normal. And we see him saying, "Okay, I know you got a lot on your shoulders right now, Sam. So anytime you need help, you let me know, okay?" "Thanks, Dad." "Of course." And yeah, we kind of see how Sam Alexander kind of ends up calling it a night. And after, yeah, hearing a voice, it turns out that something shady's going on with Sam's dad, and right away, you know something's not right. and leading up to the next issue, issue 2. And my best thoughts about, Nova issue 1 for a 2016 series, it's enjoyable, but you already know it's going to be like the Marvel version of Kyle Rayner. Like, both of them being the last kind of member of a police force. We kind of see how the previous wielder ended up kind of becoming corrupted or evil. Obviously, Sam Alexander is basically the Marvel version of Kyle Rayner. The only difference is Kyle Rayner felt believable and relatable. Well, Sam Alexander is just a copy and paste version, just tweaking his character around in some places. I think not a bad start for a 2016 run, but it's just definitely trying to be something like a Kyle Rayner based Green Lantern story. So it definitely deserves thumbs in the middle. Kind of alright, kind of okay, but that's just it. So, comic book reviewer here, signing out.